And there's our man. A great guest
guys?
in the show. Vote for Cory Dickerson, Chris Archer joining us. All right, so you're doing a little campaign. I'm gonna let you campaign for your guy. Why should fans out there vote for Cory Dickerson for the All-Star game?
I know a lot of people don't get a chance to watch us on a regular basis because we're tucked down here in Tampa, but he's fun to watch. The way he has the hand-eye coordination, the bat-to-ball skills, as some people say, it's exceptional. It's second to none. You look at all the numbers across the board. No disrespect to anybody else, but he should be the starting designated hitter in the All-Star game, lead-off homer. I'm calling it. Let's go.
I love it.
Arch, man. D-Row here. I love you need you need a couple more signs. Logan Morrison needs to be there.
Yeah.
I think yourself, Steve
Tim
Sousa
Beckham.
Jr., Tim Beckham's going off. So that's my question.
Career year for Tim Beckham right now.
No doubt.
Career year.
Coming out
280, 10+, playing great D. I'd like to see him in there with Correa. Again, no disrespect to anybody else, but I'd like to see him in there with Correa.
I think you're reaching on the Lindor and a couple other guys that need to go.
Hey, check the numbers. Hey, D-Row, check the numbers, baby. Hey, traditional numbers, not the advanced metrics. Just check the traditional numbers for me.
I love it.
Let's take a look at it. Put them up there.
I want you to fight not only for guys to go to the All-Star game, but we sit up here. I'm buying the Rays this year, man. I think you guys, if you add a piece, can do something dangerous in the American League. Is that kind of the mindset within the clubhouse?
Wait. Do you hear that? I hear the Buffalo coming. I hear the Buffalo coming. I hear him. It's a stampede, baby. It's a stampede. Nah, but D-Row.
Crazy, dude.
D-Row, hey, you're right. You've been around Wilson Ramos.
Yeah.
He's got a special bat. He's got a special bat. Our catchers have been great this year, so I don't know exactly how it's going to all shake out, but adding that bat to our lineup, giving us some extra length, his ability to call games, he's a veteran. He can really throw back there. And then we got Brad Boxberger coming back, and he's looking really good in his rehab stints right now. The best he's looked since 2015. So, you know, we're getting two key pieces back here soon before the All-Star break. And you're right, D-Row, our team is strong. Their lineup, we're putting up runs. Our starting pitching's doing their thing. Jake Faria coming up here, stepping in, filling that void. Hopefully he's going to help us out for the rest of the season. Cobb's looking like Cobb. Odo's being himself. And I like the landscape of our team right now.
They should have you standing outside the Trop with a bullhorn, just
carnival
reaching.
Chris, you said in the offseason that your team's pitching instills the same kind of fear as other teams' lineups do. Now you're second in home runs in baseball. Does that kind of put you over the edge now that the offense is clicking?
I think it's the biggest difference in this year and in years past. We're finally doing everything at the same time. We got off to a little bit of a slow start as a whole, but we're doing a lot of good things right now, and we're playing really good baseball.
Hey, Chris, Preston Wilson here. First of all, man, I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. Second of all, you shortstop. Tell me about Tim. I mean, he's one of those guys who people don't know that much about, but he's one of the young, up-and-coming shortstop in the league. He does so much. What is it about him that's let him take hold of that shortstop captain position at infield? You
know what? Tim Beckham is himself. I met him in 2011. I knew immediately that he was a leader. He just needed the opportunity. And he had a knee injury a couple years ago, and he finally got his opportunity to play on a regular basis. I mean, you look at his numbers from last year, and very limited at bats. He had 9 homers, played good D when he was in there. He's moving all around the field, and now they gave him an opportunity. He's running with it, and like I said, I've been his teammate for over 6 years now. He's a special person. He has his own swag. Like he's one of a kind. He's unique, and he adds an excitement level just as Malik Smith does to our team, and it's something that we've needed to go along with the durability and everything that Longo brings to this team, the leadership that Longo brings. So we have a nice mix of players. Kobe Rasmus, he's nice too. I love that guy. Our team this year is really cool, really fun. A lot of great chemistry around here.
Chris, there's a serious craze sweeping the nation. It's known as the Malik's effect. What do you know about that?
The Malik's effect.
Yeah.
Hey, I coined that phrase probably the first or second day in spring training, just because the excitement, the energy he brings to the field, to the clubhouse. We spend a lot of time together, and he's one of the funnier people I've ever been around. Kind of like a Kevin Hart funny. He doesn't tell jokes, but the way he delivers his messages, his vocabulary, it's very, very Southern, very twangy. It's hilarious.
That's a big build-up.
What he does,
Kevin Hart funny. That's a big build-up right there.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but does Malik tell you that he's not even the best athlete in his family, though? His sister's like this unbelievable track star.
That's what I heard. Both his sisters are track stars. I think his dad played college football at FAMU, and his brother was the starting running back at Arkansas prior to an injury. So I think he gets clowned for playing baseball when they're playing all these other high-level quick twitch sports. But honestly, like, I like what him and Beckham bring to the game itself. It's opening eyes to what kind of athletes can really play this game. We all see the Mike Trouts, and he really stands out, and we all see the Giancarlo Stantons, but what about the 5'9", 170-pound guy who can run the bases just as fast as anybody in the league or almost in the world, you know, if we want to get that deep? I like what they're bringing to the game, and it's fun to be these guys' teammates.
Yeah, no doubt. Athleticism is something that baseball definitely needs more of. Let me ask you, you are now third all-time in Rays franchise history in innings pitched behind your buddy James Shields and then David Price. And we remember you first came up, you were the young guy. Now you're kind of the wily veteran here of this pitching staff. I mean, how have you changed your approach to the staff in terms of being a guy who learned from some of the older guys, but now you have younger guys around you?
Yeah, Fran, my #1 goal is to throw innings. I want to make 35 starts a year. I want to pitch once every 5 days, and I want to eat up innings. I want to lead the league in innings above anything else. That's kind of my role on the team, but that was instilled in me from James Shields and David Price. Not only did they tell me verbally, but they went out there and did it. So to be next to those guys' names and innings pitched for this organization, such a pitching-rich organization, I feel honored. I feel blessed. I'm humbled, and I want to continue that, and I want to lead this organization in innings. I want to be known for that above anything else.
Chris, we know you have a great personality and great hair, whatever, and a devastating slider is what D-Rose says.
Thank you, Lauren.
But you're so welcome. But we want to get to know you better. So 5 quick questions, if you will. You have to answer them to the best of your ability. Oh, yes. Starting with last meal on earth. What is Chris Archer eating?
Oh, the last meal on earth.
Don't say quinoa, because I'm out.
That was the first thing that popped in my head, but I'd have to eat something that my dad made. He's cooked for me my entire life. He puts a lot of love, a lot of passion into it. He makes some great pork chops. I haven't had those in a while. He makes great steaks. Anything he makes is great because he puts that love into it. So anything my dad makes. One
teammate you would choose to help get you off a deserted island?
Good question. Current teammate, Jake Odorizzi. We actually went to and did this trap room thing in Sarasota. And it was me, Suze, Chase Whitley, and Jake Odorizzi, and if Jake wasn't in there, we would have been locked in there forever. I would not be here right now.
How long did it take you?
Either of those things would freak me out.
I said we'd still be in
there.
Thank you. How long did it take, Arch?
We finished like with maybe 5 seconds left, no kidding, and it was strictly due to Jake Odorizzi. He's that reliable of a human being.
More questions. Rays are giving away a Chris Archer emoji pillow. What is your go-to emoji?
Oh, go-to emoji.
Crying.
Crying, laughing.
I'm a big fan of the lion. The lion, because, you know, I got the locks.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You know, I'm going with the Rastafarian look, so
I like it.
Okay.
I'd have to say the lion's my favorite. I don't use it that often, but it's my favorite.
3 more questions. Who of the people...
60 minutes here.
It's aggressive. You guys got to get breakfast.
You come up with a question. Who of the people you've been traded for has the best hair and the biggest biceps?
Oh. Arch, don't even. Just say it and move on to the next question.
D-Row is a good-looking human being. I'll say that. He's a good-looking human being.
I love him. He's one of the best in the biz.
Come on, Chris.
Wait a second.
Makes me feel
Beautiful
good to know I was
wife, beautiful family.
Traded for him.
Why do you feed this guy, man?
Okay, 2 more questions.
Truth.
Colby Rasmus's beard in 1 word.
2 words. 2 words.
Okay.
Totally him.
Yeah, right?
Fitting. It fits the personality.
Okay, last question. Would you rather take a dip in the Rays tank or dive into McCovey Cove? Don't tell me you haven't thought about it.
Let's go snorkel. That's a shout out to my boy Brad Miller right there. That's a shout out to my boy Brad Miller. I don't really want to swim with devil rays, so I'd take a plunge into the cove out there where Barry Bonds lives, where he dwells, where he resides.
Arch, last question. I promise we'll let you go. You're the man. I always ask the morning show, what does Chris Archer have? What do you have for breakfast on the way to the yard? What's the setup?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very fortunate this year. My parents moved down to St. Pete. They live right across the street during the season for the summer. So I usually wake up around 9:30. I'm wiping sleep out of my eyes, texting my dad, can you get some eggs and oatmeal going? I need eggs, free-range eggs, organic oatmeal, some berries,
Then you watch
some
Central.
berries. Oh, and I watch Central, yeah, every morning, 10 o'clock, it's on.
Love it, love it. Hey, real quick, before we let you go, you were right. We're going to put up Tim Beckham's numbers next to
Hey, post them.
Francisco
Post
Lindor.
them, let's see them.
And here you go.
Put them up, baby.
You can't have everyone go. Morrison's going.
Hey, if they deserve it, let him go.
Like I tell them every day prior to the game, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Hey, Chris, congratulations and continued great work here, by the way, with all the stuff you're doing with the Boys and Girls Club as we're going to keep voting for your teammates. But,
I'm campaigning, baby. Thanks, Fran.
Hey.
Thank you, Fran.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing in the community. That's very important. Very proud of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me on. Always a pleasure.